Hey you guys. So I've been a horrible slacker. I'm so sorry. I just feel like every time I planned on recording, something would happen. Or I just would be too tired or I don't know. So I need to update you guys on my 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 week updates. I'm 5 weeks behind. I'm so disappointed in myself because when I started this, I wanted to make a video every week, and then that just wasn't possible. So I was gonna do every 2 weeks, and now here I am 5 weeks later updating you. But okay, so 14 weeks. I had an ultrasound, which I told you guys in my last video I was about to have an ultrasound. And in that ultrasound, the doctor told me that the baby looked perfect. It was the best news that I've gotten from an ultrasound. It's always been, we need to have a follow-up ultrasound, or you need to do this, whatever. That was the first time where it was just, everything looks great, and like I didn't need a follow-up, and that was probably the happiest I had been, and I can't even tell you. I couldn't, for the whole day, just smiling like crazy. So at that point, it was the end of my 14 weeks, and the average baby at that time weighs like 2.5 ounces, and my baby was 3 ounces, so I have a little fatty in there. So then at the end of that appointment, they scheduled my anatomy scan for me to find out the gender, which I find out September 28th. So next week, no, September 26th, I find out. So next week I find out what I'm having, and then September 28th, I'm doing like a reveal party for my family. And so, I'm just so happy, I can't even stand it. So back up, that was my 14-week update. So then 15 weeks, I didn't have anything crazy, but I started getting actually more nauseous. And I had hardly any morning sickness, any nausea, nothing, the whole first trimester, which is funny because I barely was getting into my second trimester and I started getting nausea. And it's not horrible. Usually if I drink water and like suck on a hard candy, it's fine, like it mellows out. There's been a few times I've had to like take papaya enzyme because my stomach felt so bad, but it was nothing too crazy. So I still get nauseous here and there, but it's not terrible by any means. And then 16 weeks came, and I felt like my belly a little bit popped out. Like I could definitely tell I was showing. I could, and then my like family could. And so that was exciting, but it still hadn't hit me that like this is real. Like I'm having a baby. And then at the very end of my 16 weeks, I thought I felt the baby, and I wasn't positive if it was the baby for sure. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I felt the baby, like, but I don't know, it could have been anything in there. And then like the day I turned 17 weeks, I felt it, and I was like sure that was the baby. And I think I felt it like 2 times before that, but that day I felt it, and every day since then I've felt the baby. So around the end of 16 weeks is when I started to feel little kicks and stuff, and like, oh my gosh, I can't even explain how amazing that is. And so now it's really real, because I'll just be like laying in bed on my phone, and then I feel a little kick, or like sitting in the car and I feel a little kick, and it's so amazing. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy. So like it finally feels real to me, and I'm just so happy. Like every single day I'm just so happy. And also in the beginning of my 17 weeks, we started setting up the nursery. I still obviously don't know what I'm having, so it's not all the way set up, but we set up the crib and put some signs on the wall. And once it's all finished, I'll show you guys the whole thing. But we painted it for one because that room was lavender, and it wasn't a terrible color. I just wanted something more neutral, and so we painted it like a, I don't know, kind of like a beige color. And so that's more neutral because my nursery is gonna be brown. Like that's what my color is. And so I wanted like a beige wall. So the crib is set up and we have signs, and so everything is just feeling so real. Yeah, so now 18 weeks. That's what I am right now. I'm 18 weeks and 5 days, so almost 19 weeks. So this week, what's happened, I've felt the baby a lot more. Even this morning I was laying in bed and it was just going wild. And that's really it. This pregnancy has been so easy, like so perfect. I'm so blessed. And I'm just so happy all the time. I can't stop smiling. But next week I find out what I'm having, and I'll probably film the gender reveal so you guys can see, because I'm finding out the 26th and my party is the 28th, so I'll film the 28th and I'll try to upload next weekend so you guys can see what I'm having. Yeah, so that's kind of what's happened in the 5 weeks. It feels like so much happened. Like I started feeling the baby, started setting up our nursery, bought everything for my gender reveal, and other than the food obviously, but so I'm just super, super happy, and I cannot wait till next week when I find out what this baby is. And I promise you guys I will upload that video. But yeah, I guess that's all I really have to share, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.